Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com. With your morning horn disease, your sip of chaga coffee. Shocking news out of the U.S. Mint. They were able, with all their expertise, to make another 850,000 U.S. Silver Eagles last week. So they stopped for about a month and a half and couldn't do it, 833 in September. And then all of a sudden, bang. There's I think, they post every week how much they make in that week. They made another 850,000 coins. I think it was due to me calling their number. I think so. I kept calling saying, hey, this is Glix. Will you turn on that Silver Eagle machine again? By the way, most of this is automated. Here's the number if you want to call and find out what happened. Bullion program at the United States Mint, 202-354-6829. They published their number for you, the American citizen, because guess what? They work for you. The U.S. Mint actually works for you. If they can't make Silver Eagles in quantities to meet demand, what the hell are they doing there? You and I could do it. It's all automated. Can they press a damn button? I'm pressing a button to make a Silver Eagle. It's insane. But they did. Hey, this might be also that Ted Butler has everybody writing letters. Make your voice heard. Make your voice heard. And they have a contact us page. Call every number there. Send them emails. Send them faxes. It's at the U.S. Mint Customer Service Contacts. Right there, the Bullion program. Ask them why they can't make 5 million coins every month like they used to. I have a letter here. Look. From the Treasury of the United States Mint. Dear valued customer, at the United States Mint, we take pride in the focus we apply to customer satisfaction. There you go. Give them a call. Right in the middle here, it says, this is from Ventures Gibson, the head of HR. The director of the Mint. She used to be the head of HR. This year, we significantly increased production quantities of our most popular coins. One of our most popular coins, the American Eagle 1-ounce silver dollar, which will lead to broader availability to our customers. They have the capacity today to make 5 million coins, or before this letter, 5 million coins a month. And look what they've been doing. They've basically stuck it at 850. Now, everybody and their mother's got a theory as to why, but they've never officially come out and said why. Why it's illegal. We all know it's illegal. They are required by law to make Silver Eagles in quantities enough to meet demand. Not true with the Gold Eagles, just the Silver Eagles. And they are required to buy silver from wherever it takes in the world. But that's not the way they make Silver Eagles. They make Silver Eagles by taking COMEX contracts. They get delivered the 1,000-ounce bars, and then they take it to the refiner. They used to refine them themselves. I think they should refine them themselves, and they should offer free coinage to the American people when the whole shit falls apart with the Treasury, which I'll get to in a second. But hey, I'm not saying anything. We should see, theoretically, maybe not, the premiums on Silver Eagles come down quickly. They're at 100%. Yep, you're paying 100% premiums today. If this is true, that they've made 850,000 coins last week, they could catch up, I guess, maybe. I don't think they can. The whole world is screaming, what the hell are you doing, U.S. Mint? I think this is one of those egg on the face things. We called them out on their con. The question is, what is the whole reason behind the con? Because according to Ventures Gibson, they're making coins. Probably 5 to 10 million coins a month. If they expanded their capacity significantly, that's what she said, we significantly increased production quantities. I mean, just look at the history of Silver Eagles. In 2000, I think it was 11, they did 49 million. 49 million. And they can't they can't even come close to that now. They're at 14 million. They're going to finish the year out under 20 million. So either she's lying or they're doing what David Ryder said. Let's take a look what David Ryder said. David Ryder, I like. He's a good guy. He's one of the good guys behind the scenes. He's the guy who instigated the security change for the eagle. The security change is a little notch in the bottom of the gold and silver eagles. And it was like, what is it? People have looked at it with microscopes. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just a little notch. You could take an old eagle and put a little notch in it. The reality is it's a blank slate for identifying each specific coin. When they're ready to give it to you, the U.S. taxpayer, that's the thing also. So if they've been hoarding gold and silver coins for this changeover for who knows how long, over 100 years, most of the coins probably do not have this identifier on them. Are they going to say only the ones with the identifiers are the new coins of the realm? There's so many what ifs. Just like the Road to Ruta documents, they ask 65 questions. None of them are answered. So the Federal Reserve doesn't know how this is going to go down. Anytime you hear someone, we're going to XRP, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. XRP taking over the value of all the bank transactions from the SWIFT system? Come on. You really can't be so stupid as to buy into that. What bank would agree to that? And people say, well, Bix, banks have a lot of the XRP. Yeah? When the banks go belly up, what are they going to be selling? XRP? Duh. A bank liquidation, which I everybody should be see this coming. All banks are insolvent right now. When a bank liquidates, the number one thing they'll sell is all their cryptocurrency. It's easy cash. So I can plug this hole right here. It's not big enough. And by the way, XRP is not some fantastic, amazing technology. The banks could create that in a blink of an eye today themselves and not worry about the three, what were they, Morgan Stanley guys? I don't remember where they came from. There was 2 or 3 bankers who were doing computers for the banks. Said, we're gonna break off and do this, and all the central banks of the world will come to us. And all the people who bought XRP are going to be the richest people in the world. And the banks are going to have, they're going to need us. Boy, are they going to need us. That's ridiculous. Pretty much the dumbest analysis I've ever heard. So no, XRP will be worth 0. Like Cliff High says, they only have one customer. And that's JP Morgan. You don't think JP Morgan can solve the SWIFT system problem better, faster, and cheaper than the guys over at XRP and the people holding XRP? Come on, they're not going to give up their proprietary control of money. And it won't be done at the JP Morgan level. It'll be done at the Fed level and the Treasury of every nation on the world. They're not going to give these 3 bankers from Ripple anything. I mean, that was the biggest con ever. That's why the Ripple team is selling all their XRP, and they have been forever. Now, the best thing would be XRP comes out with a clean slate after Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler, the head of the CFTC that ran the cover-up for the JP Morgan rigging, he's now at the SEC doing massive cover-up and truthfully massive crypto market manipulation, as well as probably overseeing the silver and gold manipulation too. Anyway, just got to peek behind the curtains, my friend. Here's what David Ryder had to say about the new Silver Eagles. The new redesign, especially listen to what he says about the back of the Silver Eagle. If Ventures Gibson is correct and they're making all these Silver Eagles but storing them away for the changeover, check out what he says.
The new reverse design for the American Eagle silver coin was created by Mint Artistic Infusion Program designer Emily Dromstra. Emily is a talented artist and illustrator. The design Emily created for the reverse of the American Eagle silver coin depicts an eagle coming in for a landing carrying an oak branch, as if to add it to the nest.
I love that. As if to add it to the nest. Because I looked at the back of the eagle, I'm like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. As if to add it to the nest. As if there's miles and miles of warehouses with silver and gold eagles that they're stocking up ready for the transition. That's why Ventures Gibson refuses to give silver eagles to the public, but we're onto them. The silver stackers are onto them. So voila, they said, oh shit, we better start making silver eagles again. I would not be surprised to see it stop at 850 for all of October. They got 2 more weeks. What are they going to do? Turn off the machines? Let's turn off the machines. And those people saying, oh, the U.S. Mint has to buy at a fair market value so they can't overbid for the blanks. That's bullshit. That's not the law. Yes, they have to buy the silver, the bulk silver at spot price on the COMEX and take delivery. That's what they do. The mint directors, they have videos on how they do this. But they do have to pay anything for the processing of that silver. And by the way, Janet Yellen in this video says, oh, by the way, we made millions of dollars off the Silver Eagle program. That's illegal too. The Silver Eagle, at least the bullion part of it. Now, all the numismatic, double strike coins, yeah, they can make money off that stuff. But not the bullion. That is illegal. They have to give it to us at cost. At cost. So they're not paying more. They are transferring the cost of the processing of that Silver Eagle to the buyers of the Silver Eagle. It's not real complicated law. Let's listen to what Janet Yellen has to say, though. And this cracks me up because this is the only time in history you will see Janet Yellen smiling, and she's talking about collecting bullion coins.
Hello, everyone. I'm Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary. I grew up a collector. Stamps and minerals.
She's smiling as she's speaking. You'll never see that from Janet Yellen. It's classic. I love it. Oh, by the way, she's not used to speaking like this in front of a camera. You can see her eyes reading a script, and the script is written like in a conversational way, but you can see her eyes moving back and forth. But it doesn't matter. She's not a paid actress. At least we think she's not.
Mostly. I didn't collect coins, but I definitely understand why coin collectors do what they do. America's coinage isn't just currency. It's art. It's history. All you have to do is walk into our Treasury Department and look at the walls. The money you see displayed here tracks the story of our country.
Oh, by the way, I listen to these people on double speed because I can't suffer through the slow talk. So
Back past the Civil War. For the past 35 years, the United States Mint and the American Eagle Bullion Coin Program have quite literally made history in this way. And I want to congratulate the Mint for that. The American Eagle Bullion Coins are the flagship bullion products of the U.S. Mint. And the new American Eagle Bullion Coin designs to mark this anniversary are really quite beautiful. Coin collecting, it said, is the only hobby where you can spend all your money and still have some left. Well, the American Eagle Bullion Program has actually generated money for the American people. More than $30 billion through the sale of these coins.
Holy shit, there it is, $30 billion. The law says they are not allowed to make money on bullion products. Janet Yellen, you are breaking the law again. Read the law. You're not allowed. You're allowed to pass on the overage. Whatever it takes from the time you buy the big bars of silver till you process and make the Silver Eagles, you're allowed to pass on the cost, but you're not allowed to make money at it.
So thank you again for being a part of this wonderful program and for contributing to our nation's history.
Smiling Janet Yellen. Don't you love that? By the way, with Janet Yellen, George Gammon has an amazing video. Check out his YouTube site called Janet Yellen Just Revealed Diabolical New Plan. MMT is back. What Janet Yellen is proposing is that the Treasury buys the new treasuries that are issued and then, or sells the new treasuries that are issued and buys the longer term treasuries that are already out in the market. And you're like, well, what's the difference there? Well, the new treasuries, they don't have any demand. They need demand. And the old treasuries, they need demand. They're trying to micromanage. And then what they're going to do is target interest rates. So if you want to buy a car, it's going to cost you 10% interest. If you want to buy a house, they'll charge you 15% if they want the housing prices to go down. But if you want to feed yourself, they'll give you free money. And so they can basically wiggle around and target certain things to be priced higher or lower based on their power, the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve, their power to allow money to be used in this area. And they're going to give everybody money anyway. Every time there's a burp, a hiccup in the economy, here, have more money. California is giving out $800 checks to buy gas because the gas price is too high. What? Isn't that the exact opposite? Won't have the opposite effect? I want to see them do it with a gas card. 10 to 1, everybody in California would take the gas card and go buy, 50 million gallons of shit that you get, in the food stand. A bunch of chips and Jolt Colas to keep you awake from this crazy bullshit. Anyway, go check that out. Really interesting what they're trying to do. Ultimately, it's just another way to shovel money from here to different pockets. Take assets that are in very low demand, like U.S. Treasuries, and recycle them and buy the U.S. Treasuries over here while you're selling the new ones to fund your new programs. And it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, it's going to be so ugly beyond ugly. And everybody's mad about it. That's the real interesting thing. Everybody, like all the big players, like Mohammed Iran, the guy who ran the PIMCO, what is that? That's retirement. The PIMCO bonds and all that. Everybody in the bond market saying, what's happening? What's happening is the Federal Reserve and the Treasury are actually letting you see what they already do. That's what's happening. You were just foolish that what they taught you in school was bullshit. This is an economy that was set up with controls via computer when Alan Greenspan wrote the first computer programs to rig the markets in the 60s and 70s. Since then, nothing has been real. Everything you thought was, the treasuries are doing this, and we have an inverted yield curve, and the silver market went down because of lack of demand, and blah, blah, blah. None of it matters. Everything is controlled with computer programs through the Exchange Stabilization Fund. Everything. And the thing about the Exchange Stabilization Fund, they do have some visibility when they say, okay, we made this or we lost this. But they don't have to report the derivatives, and everything is a derivative now. Everything is a derivative. Your stocks, your bonds, unless you hold it in your own possession, it is a derivative. And it will go down when the banks go down. And then when we'll have, voila, Janet Yellen, keep on smiling, girlfriend. This is a great video because it doesn't say anything about the notch in the bottom. This is called the American Eagle redesign from the U.S. Mint. It was done last year. They made this big change. They had to shut down for months again just to redesign it. And all they changed was the back of each coin and put a little notch in. But they don't talk about the notch. What's the notch for? It's to put a little identifier in there so you can have it on your crypto wallet. Hey, look, I have this gold and silver coin at this bank, or probably there won't be a bank, at this post office. By then they'll call it probably the U.S. Treasury Bank. U.S. Treasury Bank. As a matter of fact, George Gammon says the same thing. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they're trying to control everything, which is the worst thing you could possibly do. Anyway, I was looking up Jenny Moonstone. Amazing psychic and tarot reader, and I've been working with Jenny for a long time. We came out just last week. Go check it out at roadtoroad.com. We figured out who the big buyers are in silver. There's two of them working together, Warren Buffett and Elon Musk. Warren Buffett for the investment side, Elon Musk for the industrial side. Elon Musk said his company is going to be worth more than Apple Computer and Saudi Aramco combined, which are like the two biggest companies. How could that be possible if silver goes to $1,000 an ounce, or $2,000, or probably $10,000 an ounce? How is Elon Musk going to make his solar panels? How is Elon Musk going to make his electric cars? Elon Musk needs a hell of a lot of silver. As a matter of fact, he came out and said, we could power the whole world from Nevada with solar panels. And what he figured is they need 51.4 billion solar panels would power the world. And there's 0.65, 0.7 ounces per panel. So somehow Elon's going to find 35 billion ounces of silver to make these solar panels. He's not dumb at math. He knows math. He knows you can't make 51.4 billion solar panels because you don't have the silver. We're in a silver deficit. Meaning we're consuming more than we're pulling out of the ground and bringing in and recycling. And we have been for years, 2 years now. Why did Warren Buffett invest in silver in the late 1990s? Because we were in a deficit. The deficit was overcome mainly by the silver that came out of the Manhattan Project. Yes, the Manhattan Project that made the first nuclear bombs. They had to build the Y-12 facility. They had to build calutrons, where they borrowed billions of ounces of silver from U.S. Treasury, melting them down into these magnets to enrich the uranium. Go to roadtoruta.com. I've talked about this many, many times. And then in the late 90s, they tore it all down. Why? Because they needed the physical silver. From where I think ultimately they used about 3.5 billion ounces of silver. And now it's gone. So we're back in deficit mode. Anyway, go check out the Jenny Moonstone discussions on the private road. She's done great work on silver. Go check that out. Also a great discussion with Andy and myself. A lot of things that we talk about on the road to Ruta, we can't talk about on YouTube, FYI. And then Dick and I talk about The Notch and the crazy remote viewing session. Go check that out at the private road at roadtoruta.com. Go to roadtoruta.com, click on private road, or click on subscribe today if you're not a member. And this is what we're giving out. The coolest silver coin ever made. It's a picture of Ruta. The Ruta Lives coin, hand-painted by Paige. A red heart in the middle, comes with the certificate of authenticity. It's really cool. So if you want to subscribe, it's $2.99 for a year, which is less than $1 a day. I think these coins will easily pay for the price of the subscription, and not to mention the collector's value on them. They're each individually numbered, and they come with a certificate of authenticity. If you don't have $2.99 to spend for a year, go to the free section. Right here on the left side of every page, it says subscribe for free to Public Road Updates. This is our email information. I put an email blast out almost every day about what's going on. So go put your name and email address in there. And definitely join the Road to Ruta because things are changing fast. This is